Welcome to the Advent Calendar. Today is Friday, December 22nd, 2023, and the title of this devotional is Christ's Mystery. John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word was with God in the beginning. Everything came into being through the Word, and without the Word, nothing came into being. What came into being through the Word was life. And the life was the light for all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness doesn't extinguish the light. Now, I love a good mystery. Stephen King, M. Night Shyamalan, and even Sherlock Holmes. The unexpected plot twists captivate me. The birth of Christ is not that kind of mystery. It is a mystery that we will not, because we cannot, figure out in our life. Our limited human and infinite minds cannot grasp the things of God. Paul has written, "We will not fully understand until we meet him face to face." The writer of John's Gospel punctuates this idea with his cryptic opening paragraph, "In the beginning was the Word," capital W. In fact, looking into the mystery only leads to more mystery. The deeper we go with God, the more we find that certainty dissipates, dissolves, and disintegrates, and the things we can see, touch, and point to as a sure thing no longer seem vital. We are looking for certainty everywhere, in everything. We want the security of knowing this is a sure bet, because everything is a bet. Nothing is totally sure except death and taxes, and well, change. In his book Velvet Elvis, Rob Bell asserts that at the center of the Christian faith is the assumption that this life isn't all there is, that there is more to life than the material, that existence is not limited to what we can see, touch, measure, taste, hear, and observe. One of the central assertions of the Christian worldview is that there is more. The more, well, that is the mystery. Just when we think we have a grasp on it, it turns into vapor in our hands. Empirical proof of spiritual things is always a dicey direction, but some still try because people need certainty. Black and white with no gray, truth or lie with no nuance. Sorry, we can't supply that from Jesus. He's pointing us to faith over certainty by presenting the mystery of the incarnation. But if you were to say that being generous, forgiving people, and not carrying around bitterness, having compassion, pursuing peace in every situation, listening to the wisdom of others, being honest with people is a better way to live, I would say I have some certainty about that. All of those things. I think we do ourselves a great disservice when we try to pin the acts of God through Jesus Christ down to a handful of behaviors and platitudes. We would do better to live in the mystery. What do we think happens at communion? God's Spirit is present in the bread and cup, but how? And what happens? What is that all about? Well, it's a mystery, a holy mystery. But I believe it. Even though I don't know exactly how it happens, I still believe it happens. And here's why. Sometimes I play golf. I used to anyway. There was a day and time when I did, and on this particular day, I was teeing off on a hole that went from the tee over the water. One of those. And I had these fancy pink balls, breast cancer awareness or something. And I set the pink ball on the tee. And the woman I was golfing with, my precious grandmother, she cautioned me. She said, "Are you sure you want to risk losing your special pink ball in the water?" I said, "Well, I'll give it a try." I had faith. And remembering everything I learned in my clinics and from other teachers, I set up to tee off. I took a deep breath, and when I let it out, I forgot all of it so that I could relax and actually hit the ball. So here I go. And to say backswing connection follow through doesn't do it justice. Keeping my head down, I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that I had hit the ball precisely how I wanted to. I didn't have to see where the ball went, I could feel it connect. The ball to the club face, up the club shaft, right into my arm, and then into my soul. I did it. I lost my fancy pink ball 2 holes later, but at that moment, I could do it, and I had done it, and I was moved. I would forever try, again and again, to play that well because I had done it once, and I knew what it felt like. All my encounters with God are throughout my life what connecting with that ball on that day was to my golf game. It's that moment when you don't know how it happens, but it does, and it moves you. You have connected to the divine. It is at once ineffable and compelling. You can't articulate what you know to be true, but it is. This kind of connection keeps you returning for more. It is not as powerful every time. Still, it is always significant, holy, which only means set apart, different than any other encounter. Getting close again to that moment in time of near perfection, yet fleeting and elusive. This mystery has power over me, like the power of love upon my life, inviting me to go deeper, linger longer, and investigate the mystery with all my heart. In a way, the Christ mystery is like the mystery novels and movies that we are drawn to, that which we cannot explain or dissect for inspection. Maybe the Christ mystery has that subversive power over us to compel us to respond and look deeper. My prayer for you this Advent, this year, is that you too will experience the Christ mystery in unknown and inexplicable ways that leave you mysteriously changed, but certain that in this mystery you have encountered the holiness of God. Amen.